So Conor, we are here in Las Vegas, a little less than 2 months away from the biggest fight of your life. We're at the Ultimate Fighter gym. You have made this place your home.
Mm-hmm.
This is where you come train every day. You're living in Las Vegas, the infamous McMansion, which we will get to. Why did you decide to move things here?
It just felt like the right thing to do, you know. The desert heat out here is different. The time is different. If you can gain any advantages in this game, you do it. And I'm in a position where I can fly my whole team out. I can get a big mansion. We can live good out here. Have everything under one roof. The correct way to do it. This is the way world champions do it. So this is what I have done. It's the evolution of fight preparation, and that's why we came out here.
It is the evolution, but it's also the way they used to do it back in the day. You know, Mike Tyson going to the Catskills, and Muhammad Ali would always have his camps in different remote places. This is kind of a throwback way of things.
Yeah, it could be considered something similar to that, but it's more so the fight is here. You know what I mean? And there's benefits. When it's time to fight, it's 8 o'clock. Let's go to the MGM. It's going to be that natural. Whereas if I was to be travelling from Dublin 1 week out, 2 weeks out, it's a lot of travel. It's right in the middle of the weight cut. It's completely foreign. And when he's coming from the jungle, he's coming from that jungle heat, and that's different heat as well. He'll be coming in on maybe the week before or whatever. It plays a part in how you're feeling and your comfort level. So, I mean, so that is why we've done it. We've done it to get that advantage and to enjoy life out here.
Is it also refreshing to get out of the fishbowl of Dublin?
Yeah,
Are there too many eyes on you?
Of course it is. It's the gym is booming at the minute. You know, I need it to be specifically about me. That's the stage I am at now. People that come here are people that have been here with me since day one, but we are all here for my benefit, to help me prepare for this fight. And everyone that is here is on board with me on this journey. So this is one of the reasons why we've done it.
So what do you say to the people who say, you used to say back in the day, I'm never leaving Ireland, I'm always going to train in Ireland?
Well, I still have not left Ireland. Ireland is still my home. At the end of the day, maybe we're training out here just for this, but there is no foreign. I don't look around and see unfamiliar faces. The people that are here are the people that have been here since day one. Everyone that is here has been flown in from Ireland. We have my wrestling coaches coming from Ireland, my pro boxing sparring partners coming from Ireland. We have everyone coming from Ireland. We just up sticks. We are in that position where we can go where we please. We can do as we please now. But it's Ireland on tour, make no mistake about it. When the fight is wrapped up, I will bring my gold belt home to Dublin, Ireland, and it will be a proud, proud day for me, my team, and my nation.
Are you getting famous people saying, I want to join the team now, I want to jump on this bandwagon? And are you the kind who's like, I don't want that? You know how you see people go to Jackson's now and try. So are you getting that now?
I don't know. No, I don't really pay attention to it. It's all it's fat. There's a lot of fabricated teams in the business. A lot of people are in search of the answer. A lot of people are in search of the answer, thinking that their surroundings are not good. But I was never like that. I always believed in where I came from. I always believed in my team, that we were the best, and I was right. You know, people leave their coaches and go to new gyms, and it's a sign of a weak fighter to me. It's a weak mind, and it will be shown somewhere down the line that you have a weakness in that. But for me, I have a bulletproof team, a team from day one, and that's a benefit for me. I take confidence in that.
You know, I've been dying to ask you this since the last stop of the World Tour. I noticed something very interesting after the big press conference, you snatching the belt, and of course now, you know, you're here in Vegas, the mansion and everything. And we deal with this bubble. We deal with the hardest of the hardcore at times, you know, online. And I've noticed, especially from the Irish fans, they're like, you know what? Sometimes it's too much. You know, I was embarrassed by that, they say. You know what I mean? But when I was in Dublin last year, they were like, he was one of our own, and they loved you because you came. And I'm not saying they're turning on you, but they're starting to be a little more critical of you.
This is the business.
Do you hear those?
Not
critiques?
really. I mean, again, I never heard the positive or the negative. I hear my circle. I don't listen to nobody else. But I heard that people were upset at the questions that were being asked to
They said they were embarrassed.
They were embarrassed or whatever. I don't give a shit about that. It was a spectacle. Everyone there was enjoying it. At the end of the day, when I went to Rio, they were threatening my life. They were saying crazy. The guy that was translating things to me couldn't actually speak them out loud on the mic because they were that bad. But I didn't give a shit about that. It's all part of the business. The fans are passionate in Brazil, as are the fans in Dublin passionate. We are just showing our passion for the fight game. People can sit on the outside and complain, and this is this is what people do. But for me, I don't give a shit about that. I'm here doing what I say I will do, and that's it.
And what about also just the wealth? Kind of flaunting it in people's faces. Back, it was endearing when you showed up to your first press conference with the Dickie bow and you said you paid, your last few dollars to buy it. But now, you showed up here today with a Louis Vuitton gym bag. That's somewhat unprecedented. I don't see that often.
It's a nice bag.
It's a very nice bag.
I'm enjoying the fruits of my hard work. Nobody works harder than me inside the octagon, outside the octagon. I am a workhorse. So I'm going to enjoy the benefits of this life. I'm going to get myself a big mansion in Las Vegas. I'm going to get the soft top cars. I'm going to bring my whole team out. I'm going to spoil them and give them this life. Big steaks that size. We're eating every single night each. We're eating good. We're living good. It's human nature. Some people will sit and take positivity from that. They will look at that and take inspiration and inspire. It will inspire them to go and push for that. Others will shell up and critique it and be negative towards it. But one thing is for sure, those people will stay where they are. The people who take inspiration from it will rise up and also one day experience that life. So this is human nature. Some go one way, some go the other way. But I am enjoying my money, my hard-earned money that I have dedicated my life to.
When I last saw you in New York, you told me you were going to make multiple times more than Aldo. And I'm wondering, now that you saw the ticket sales and you're starting to expect certain buy rates and whatnot, do you almost feel like you're underpaid at this point? Like, do you almost feel like they're getting a bargain here with you?
Yeah, 100%. They have struck gold with me, but I let it be known. This is a game of analytics. You recognize your numbers. If you want to go forward and make a claim for the big paydays, the big numbers, you've got to back it up. So for me, every little number that I have gathered, be it the gate, the pay-per-view, the audience figures, every little number, all the analytics, put that all together, lay it on the table and say, this is what I bring. This is what I have brought you. And then we discuss negotiations. That's how business is done. It's not sitting complaining, oh, why am I not getting this? And then nothing to back it up. Why am I not getting this? And I can't even get 5 people to buy the pay-per-view or come to see me. So I choose to do it this way. I gather the analytics, I go forward, and we discuss business. So as of now, I am on a phenomenal deal. But the next deal will surpass that again, and we will continue to grow and grow and grow until eventually it will be in association with. It will be me in association with Zuffa. That's where I feel I am going.
Like McGregor Promotions?
In association with Zuffa, it will be. I feel like my show, you will see on this show as well. It's not going to be like any other show you've ever seen before. There will be things that have happened on this show that have never happened before in the history of the sport, in the build-up, in everything. But it's because of me, because of I said of what I feel should happen, what should be different, and we work together. Essentially, I see Dana and I see Lorenzo as business partners. You know what I mean? I don't see them as employees. I see them as business partners, and business is phenomenal. So I feel as it grows up and grows, eventually we will become legit partners in association with. I feel that's the way, that's progression. That's the way I see things going.
Can you give us an example or two of what will be different about this one?
Definitely not. Just sit back and enjoy it. Because a McGregor show is different than any other show there has been. But it will be spectacular. Make no mistake about it.
And this doesn't happen though. You don't see Ronda Rousey in association with the UFC. You don't see Chuck Liddell, George. So why do you think it will be different with you?
I don't know. Maybe they don't see it the way I see it. Maybe I see it a little bit differently. But I remember very clearly after the UFC Dublin event, they brought me backstage and we discussed, and I was like, I want to do this. This is the way we should go forward with this. This is the way the stadium should be. This is where the entrances should be. We should do this stadium. We should do that. This is what business relationship is about. You discuss ideas and you turn them into reality. And thankfully, with the backing of Dana and Lorenzo, phenomenal businessmen, entrepreneurs, highly successful men with a vision that can guide my vision. And it's been a perfect relationship so far, and it will continue to be. And of course, it's always, like Lorenzo said, it's about going from here to here to here to here, and that's where I'm going. It's round in circles up. So it will continue to get bigger and bigger and bigger until I am finished.
So after this fight, will you sit down and say, look, the numbers speak for themselves, it's time to look at this deal again?
Maybe Dave will want to do that.
Uh-huh.
We will see how it goes. But I have a beautiful contract right now that I'm very happy with. But I will definitely be counting every single number that is generated on this card, make no mistake about it, and letting it be known. But we will see where it goes from here.
One thing that I really admire about you that I think a lot of people might overlook is that, you have all these new riches and these new deals, Reebok, Monster and all that. But I really admire your relationship with your girlfriend, because what I find very interesting, she's here, she seems to be a big part of your camp. You flaunt your wealth and all that, and you should be proud of it. But someone who's of your stature, a young guy, you can have whatever you want, right? The world is at your fingertips. And someone in your position might have a girlfriend of many years, but they might keep that quiet because you want to portray a certain image. You flaunt your relationship with your girlfriend to the world as well, tweets and stuff. It seems like you're a very happy man.
Yeah.
I think that's, in this day and age, you don't see that. Do you get what I'm trying to say? I think it's the juxtaposition there of a guy who is very loyal to someone who's been with him since before all this came, and all the newfound riches together makes for a very interesting person.
Yeah, that's a good look. My girlfriend has been there from the start. She's helped me throughout this career. If it wasn't for her, I probably wouldn't be where I am today. So definitely I look to spoil her. She does not work anymore. I essentially hired her to the business, but she works for me now. So it's,
in what capacity?
I mean, she collects the checks. That's what she does. But that to me was a special thing to be able to do. My girlfriend worked very, very hard throughout the years coming up and stuck by me when essentially I had absolutely nothing. I only had a dream that I was telling her. So for me to be able to take her out of work and give her everything she's ever wanted and take her to travel the world with her, that fills me with pride. So it keeps me going.
How long have you been with her?
We have been together 8 years now, maybe.
Almost a decade.
Something like that. Now she will probably tell you the exact dates and stuff, but we've been together a long time.
But I'm sure
she's
a lot of
been
people
through it all with me.
A lot of people coming your way, right? Of all shapes and sizes.
But
I'm sure people are throwing. Let's be honest. People are throwing themselves at you.
I just keep my circle small, and that's it. Nobody gets in and nobody gets out. It's a process to come into this circle. We have a bulletproof team. So
how did you learn that? Did someone have to tell you that? Did you learn over the years?
It seemed natural. That's the way to do it. Just you must believe in your surroundings. If you don't believe in your surroundings and you're always in search of something else, it's like I said earlier. It's a weak mind, and I am happy with who I have. I when I signed that contract, I said to you in that very first interview, I'm not here to make friends. Some people come in and they want to be part of the UFC and they want to be with, they want to get the top nutritionist that's a UFC name, or the top strength and conditioning coach, or the top pad man, or the top team. Or I came in looking to conduct business, not looking to make friends, bringing my team on and taking over, and that's what we have done. So I suppose that's probably different than anybody has ever done it before, which makes it interesting to people watching, I suppose.
Is it true that you and your girlfriend still live above your parents in the same house?
We have of this year we have been in Ireland 19 days. We have been travelling around a lot. So we are in the process of looking at a few houses. When I get myself a home in Dublin, it's going to be a big home. I want a gated community, a gated estate. We have our eye on a few beautiful homes, but right now we are just traveling the world. I have not stopped working since I came back from injury. This year alone I have been home 19 days.
Wow.
So for me to go and get myself a big home and do all that takes a lot of time and a lot of effort. So right now I'm just enjoying the ride, continuing racking up wins, building my financial security, and then when it's time to build my home and settle down, it will be time. But right now we are in a Las Vegas mansion, and who knows where we are next.
So after this fight, will you look to return very quickly?
I most certainly want to head home with my gold belt, and we will see. But again, I have been in discussions with Lorenzo and Dana, and business keeps rolling. Business is so damn good that we want to keep this train rolling. So I am not against that. I enjoy this business. I enjoy this lifestyle. So I will keep it rolling, and thankfully I am in a position where I can bring my whole team with me. It's not me on my own anymore. It's everyone with me. Yeah. So we are traveling the world, and when it's time to call it a day, it's time to call it a day. But right now we are living good, and we are chasing down good business.
Can you guarantee to the Irish fans that your first title defense will be in Ireland?
If I'm really honest, I think there'll be 3, maybe 4 places I'll only compete: Vegas, Ireland, New York, and Boston. But even Boston could be we wouldn't know. I think they'll have me. They'll want me in New York, and then
The
Vegas
first
and
show,
Dublin.
have they told you that? In December they have a date.
They are trying to get that December date. So who knows? I mean, who else could they put on that card? It's me or but who knows? It's winter time in New York. I don't know. Me personally, of course, I want that stadium show in Dublin. Are they going to come back and do a stadium show at the end of the year in winter time? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's hard for me to say what way it will go, but we have discussed some things, but we will let it happen naturally. So can I promise that it will be in the first defence will be in a stadium? I can't, because I am not 100% sure, but I can promise that it will happen. That is without doubt a guarantee.
100% Croke Park? Because that's essentially, if you win the belt, that's the last dream left unconquered, right?
Yeah.
That's the last one. There's nothing else.
Well,
that's the one you've been talking about for so long.
The beautiful thing about dreams, they keep
evolving,
forming.
yes.
Exactly. You get new dreams.
Do you have any new
Definitely
ones that you haven't shared? Because it's always fun to look back at your interviews and see what materializes.
I don't know. Right now I can just see gold. That's all I can see. I can feel that gold belt wrapping around my waist and my head, my name at the top of the pound for pound list. Like I said I would.
What did you learn about Jose throughout that world tour, in particular at the end? Did you learn anything new about him as a person? You were around him for a lot.
Yeah, he's a normal individual. I've no ill feelings. I've no good feelings. I've no feelings whatsoever to him. It is what it is. What I did learn is he's done.
He's done.
He's on his way out. The game is designed to break you. Many people get broke by this game. The fight business is designed to break an individual, and I just feel he is broke. He has had enough wars after wars after wars. And then you're coming into this media bubble. Like I said, when you sign to fight me, it's not like signing to fight anyone else. It's a completely different experience. And he crumbled under that, and I could sense he wanted out. Today I read an article that his coach is looking to retire. How's his coach going to retire in the situation they're in? But I respect that. Like I said on that world tour, they're family men. They've got other... Life goes on, so I respect that. But so I respect the fact that they are on their way out. But me, I'm only on my way in. So this is the way it must be. I must be ruthless, and I must send them out now.
So you think you broke him?
Yeah, I believe so. Did
you plan the belt snatch? Or did it happen?
No, it happened naturally. Actually, when I walked up to the stage, I was thinking, because sometimes they put the belt there pre.
Yeah.
So when I walked up, I was thinking, I'm just going to grab that belt and put it on my side of the table. So that was in my head. I said I was going to do that, but the belt wasn't there. So I said to Dana on the stage, "You're lucky that belt wasn't there. I was going to grab it." And then I just sat down, and then it just happened. He tried to say he was the king of Dublin. I said I'm the king of Dublin. It was all emotion. We were all just rolling with it. It was, for anyone in that room, it was an amazing experience.
Sure.
The same way for anyone in that room in Rio de Janeiro, it was an amazing experience. They were coming at me and I was going at them, and it was fun to me. I enjoyed it. You know, people can look at... It's funny because I remember when I first went over to the Q&A in Brazil, the first time when it was Mendes Aldo, that fight, and I'd done a Q&A and they were saying, they were translating my mother's this, my father, you know, all this crazy stuff. And all the Brazilian media were writing, it was a disgrace to Brazilian fans. And I was getting all these messages from Brazilians, please, sorry about our people. And I was like, listen, this is the fight business. I'm made of steel, you know what I mean? You cannot say nothing to me and it have an effect. And it's the same, I'm sure, the same way he was when the fans were throwing abuse at him in Dublin. This is the fight business, and the fans are passionate. Passion is what excites people in the fight game. It's why it's such an exciting sport.
Okay, let's end on this, and I appreciate the time very much. We're around 7 weeks away from the fight. What are you enjoying most about this? Because at the end of the day, the journey is almost sometimes more gratifying than the end result, right? What do you enjoy most about this whole process? You are on the verge of realizing a dream that many people never even get to think about because it's so far away. You're just 7 weeks away from that. What are you enjoying most about this journey?
I cannot put one thing what I'm enjoying. I just love this life that I have created. I love this business. I enjoy work. I don't want to be anywhere else but here. So every day I am enjoying myself. I wake up every day, I pinch myself. You want to see the room I'm sleeping in. You want to see the bed I'm sleeping in. You want to see the home that I am living in. There's an elevator in the home. So I'm on the third floor and I go out, click the button, and it goes from the third floor to the first floor. I open up the elevator and I go and eat some breakfast, and then we go stretch out in the sun, and we have a big pool, a jacuzzi. look, I'm just enjoying the fruits of my hard work.
Well, it's nice to know that just by the way you describe it, the watch may be different, the shoes, the suits may be different, but that same guy is still in there. You're still very much appreciative of it all. That's the impression I get, at least. And while
gratitude is one of the most strongest forms of power in attracting good things. You know, if you truly feel grateful for the things in your life, I always felt grateful for even the small things. I always used to celebrate the small things. Now I might be celebrating the bigger things, but I always celebrate every little good thing that would happen to me in my life. Even before I had any kind of money or any of that, I would celebrate and I would feel grateful for it, and it just gave me more. And this is exactly the same thing that's happening right now. I still remain grateful, and more comes.
Thank you, Conor.
Oh,
Good luck the rest of the way.
I appreciate it. Thank you.